Spanda Karika Verse 27. Tatraiva sampraliyante shantarupa niranjanaha saharadaka chittena tenaite shivadarminaha. Let us listen carefully. The previous verse taught us that a mantra derives its true power not merely from repetition but from its union with all-knowing power of consciousness. Now this verse takes us one step further. It asks, where do all mantras arise and where do they finally return? The answer is beautifully simple. They arise from the same infinite consciousness. They dissolve back into the very consciousness. Just as thousands of waves arise from the ocean and return to the ocean without ever becoming separate from it, countless mantras emerge from the silent ground of awareness and finally merge back into that silence. The verse describes their source as Shantarupa, the very form of peace. Not peace as the absence of sound, but peace as the unchanging background in which every sound appears. It is also called Niranjana, unstained, untouched, pure. Nothing that arises within consciousness ever alters consciousness itself. Think of the open sky. Birds fly across, clouds gather and disappear, rain falls, the seasons change, yet the sky remains untouched. Likewise, innumerable mantras, thoughts, prayers and experiences arise within consciousness. They play their part, then they return to the silence from which they came. The source itself remains ever pure. The verse then uses a beautiful comparison. Just as the countless individual beings appear in the vast ocean of existence, so too countless mantras arise from the one infinite consciousness. At first they seem many, each has its own sound, it has its own rhythm, its own purpose, but their origin is one, their destination is one. The insight changes the way we understand mantra. We often become attached to the outer form. This is my mantra, that is another tradition. This sound is higher, this sound is lower. The Spanda Karika gently invites us beyond such divisions. The power is not in separation. The power is in the one consciousness from which every sacred vibration emerges. Imagine many lamps glowing in a temple. Each lamp appears separate, yet the light is one. Similarly, many mantras illuminate different seekers, but the light that shines through every mantra is the same universal Spanda. As the seeker matures, attention naturally shifts. Earlier, the mind was fascinated by the sound. Now, it begins to discover the silence from which the sound arises. Earlier, one listened only to the mantra. Now, one begins to listen to the stillness that carries the mantra. The mantra has fulfilled its highest purpose. It has led the seeker back to its own source. This does not diminish the value of mantra. It reveals its fulfillment. A river is not denied when it reaches the ocean. Its journey is completed. Likewise, mantra reaches the fulfillment when it returns to the seeker, to the silent, all-pervasive consciousness from which it first emerged. The invitation of this verse is gentle but profound. Respect the mantra, chant it with devotion, allow it to purify the mind, but do not stop with sound alone. Discover the silent presence that gives birth to every sacred syllable. When the mantra leads you to the silence, it has accomplished its highest purpose. The many return to the one, the sound returns to the silence, the seeker returns to the self, and in that return, one discovers that nothing was ever truly separate. Only the one expressing itself as the many. Only Spanda dancing all mantras, all beings, all worlds. Om.